against me. I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands. Deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. A rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Black Knights creative quarterback as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Black Knights and the Jets. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And I like his honesty because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about it is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
First play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Here we go. Seven Pirates. 19 Wyatt.
Looking to throw. Mobley. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mobley escaping the pressure right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Black Knights will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by the... National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
On first down, Mahomes. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down. Yellow.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making enough ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Mahomes now on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
They'll run with Hall. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and goal, Mahomes. Touchdown, Jets. Ben Mason, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point up and good from Santoso. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Looking to throw on second down. Mobley. And he'll be dropped. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
On first down, Mobley. He completes it to Beckham. He's got room at the 30, down to the 10, touchdown! Odell Beckham, 64 yards, and the Black Knights have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Carlson on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's OBJ, Odell Beckham, who ends it with a touchdown reception. The touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles,
that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Off the play fake. Mobley sliding out of the pocket. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. 19. Throwing on 1st down. Mobley. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics. He's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
To throw on 2nd down. Mobley. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Mobley. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And able to get this out to the 25. New York ready to go again offensively. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. From from the 45 on second down. Mahomes, he gets it underneath to Hall. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On second down, a run with Hall. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Will start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st and 10, Mobley. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
19 tight.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Okay, 18, 5 here. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Trap 60.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Oh, he fakes a spike. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun, eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Their mobile quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Black Knights go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Mahomes now on first down. He's going to look deep for more. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As it's time now to send you back. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's got room. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Mobley. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Mobley. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. Up the gut, Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
19 tight, 18 Pioneer, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Back to throw. Mobley. His pass caught at the 4. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Mobley to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Steps away. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Akeem Hicks. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. On play action, they'll throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. London about set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off. Welcome back now here in London. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw. Mobley looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Back to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mobley down inside the 10. Touchdown! Chris Godwin, 38 yards. And the Black Knights are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
He's going to look deep for more, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore, 75 yards. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point up and good from Santoso as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. London about set to take over on offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Throwing on first down. Mobley into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. William Golston able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Devin White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, But the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. They'll ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Room here to run. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
19 tight. 18 pioneer. 18
Back to throw. Mobley dumps it off to Fournette. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And 3rd and 8 now. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
This is caught by Evans. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Carlson now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll run with Hall. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Operating from the gun. Mobley. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he fields it cleanly. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Carlton Davis picks it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And guys, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously... But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was